All right, I'm officially live today. I'm going to be interviewing with Larry Nelson. Most of you all know who he is. If you do not, he is a content creator. He's been around for a couple of years and he wants to address some allegations that have been made against him. I'm just here to basically give him the platform. He reached out to me and asked me if I would interview him. And I said, of course. Me and Larry have never had any type of drama or anything like that. So we're going to go there. Hey, Derek, how are you doing? So I have Larry on the phone. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section. And I will ask them as long as, they make sense. I did say if anyone had any valid receipts, that they could reach out to me with those receipts. But I haven't seen any valid receipts from anybody. So I'm not going to really go with hearsay. I wasn't going to call you. I was going to let you sleep. I actually started dozing off myself. So yeah, I was not going to do it. Diana, hey. Eric, hey. Okay, so here we go. Okay, Larry. So I have you on the phone. Okay. And so now let's just go before we go because I'm gonna take it all the way back as well. But before we go all the way back, these new allegations, which I did hear about in another content creator's chat room, and it was these allegations. I think someone put it in the comment section, and they said that you had got caught talking to some transgender woman, and they were supposed to be, I guess, airing you out, and then you made a video and you spoke out about that. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I still have not even went to go even look at the receipt that was posted by that person because I was told that it was just a screenshot from somebody else, a third party. And to me, that's not really a receipt. So, you know what I mean? Unless it's the person and you conversing, to me, that's a receipt. You know what I mean? And even if that was a receipt, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could just be conversation. Like, what was the context of the conversation? So that's what. I'm sorry. No, I was saying that's all I'm saying about that. So, right. So as far as this transgender person that you allegedly have been talking to, what do you have to say about that? Well, when Susie VS Doc got on here and paid my daughter $900 to lie on me or whatever, and all that stuff went around, I was this child molester. I literally was losing it. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I was losing it because this is not some stranger. This is the one I cut the umbilical cord. This is the one I seen come into the world. I was the second person to hold her to the doctor, and to have that said about me, it tore me apart. So I was getting contacts through my email from a lot of people from the LGBT community. I mean, just randomly, one person hooked me up with a lawyer that was in my city that was related to one of them, with some paralegals. One of them had a lawyer that actually come by my house, and I was so honored that I began to see LGBT people in a different light. Now, the person they said I talked to back then, uh, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't recall talking to that person, but if that person did call me, it was about Bonnie. It was about Bonnie and the LGBT person who they said I was talking to. Said she saw how Bonnie was lying on me, and so that would be the whole context of that conversation. But as far as me just talking to him and hey, what's going on? No, that's a lie, and that's why I said the person who posted that, why don't you show the, why don't you post the conversation? Everybody tapes stuff today. Where's the conversation at? Just because you said it, I've talked to Sean Bradley 1,000 times on the phone. I talked to Jay Wilson countless times. Does that mean I was trying to go to bed with him? Right.
You got to know what the contents of the conversation is. You and I have talked on the phone 1,000 times.
We have.
Nobody's trying to go to bed with you. And see, that's the problem with YouTube, messy people, or whatever you call this, the mess sector, B sector, whatever. If you're heterosexual and this person is transsexual, homosexual, whatever term you want to use it must be a sexual thing. No. I've talked to Sean Bradley a bunch of times. I've talked to Kelly, I think Kelly Love, that's just Kelly Love, a few times. In fact, when Kelly Love, he's from St. Louis. I work in St. Louis, but I live on the Illinois side. I told Kelly Love, when you get home, when he was here, 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever, and our schedules kept clashing, but I kept on saying, when you get in town, let me know so we can get some coffee. Because I never want to be a YouTuber, content creator that hides my face.
Right.
To me, that's a coward thing. And I'm just talking. This is my personal opinion. That's a coward thing. And whatever I'm gonna say, I should be able to face anybody. I have no fear. And I'm not no tough guy. I'm just not a fearful person. And the things that people say on YouTube is big, bad, tough words, but nobody will face the person.
Right.
I remember, I forgot the girl's name. She's a content creator. She's the one that Jay Wilson copied her when she said, "Okay." She has a gap tooth or whatever, and Jay Wilson would copy her style and saying, "Okay." But
I don't know who that is. What kind of description is that? I don't know who that is. You said gap tooth?
Yeah, it's a lady. I forgot her name. Anyway, she was she had somebody on her live. He called in and said he was coming to St. Louis to beat me up. He was in New York. He was going to be in St. Louis tonight to beat me up. And as a man, I said, "Okay, sure, meet me anywhere." He said, "We're going to meet by the arch." I said, "Absolutely." And I had my brother, who's 4 years older than me, I had him have some cameras, so we was on taping and everything. The brother never showed up. And I'm not saying I'm supposed to go and be Superman. I'm just saying if you feel like you're going to do that, come on. Because I don't say nothing on YouTube that I'm afraid to face anybody.
Now I have one comment that says talking to gay people doesn't preclude one from being homophobic. Meaning just because you talk to a lot of these people who are gay on YouTube doesn't mean that you're not homophobic or you don't feel a certain type of way towards gay people. Do you feel, I'm just going to flat out ask you, do you feel a certain type of way towards gay men?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm going to explain it. Okay, as a person who was born and raised in the church, as a Christian, I do not agree with the homosexual lifestyle. I do not agree with a man getting on all fours and letting a man go inside him. I do not agree with it. But as an individual, I can like you as a person. I don't agree with the lifestyle, but I hate the lifestyle, but I like the person. But see, in LGBT's language, if you don't accept their lifestyle, you hate them, you're homophobic. And I don't agree with that. That's why I say you have to come up with a different term besides homophobic. Because I don't agree with the lifestyle that makes me homophobic. Homophobic is a fear of something. I don't fear nobody but God.
Right. Okay. So switching gears a little bit, why do you think these recent allegations were made against you?
My name is trending. I mean, really, my name is a good way to get numbers, and I give you proof. Anybody who's listened to this, go to Vonnie's page, look at her last 4 videos, besides the recent one. Whatever, you see what 20 people saw it, 15 people, 19. But when she talked about me on this STFU video or whatever, she got what 500-600 views because she's talking about me. Now, if you scroll all the way down for the past 2-3 months, she hasn't averaged 50 people on any live that seen her videos. But so when she started talking about me, she's up to 500-600.
Now, you personally told me that you were not done with Bonnie Vaughn. As far as like, I'm saying Bonnie Vaughn because that's her old name. That's the name I know her by, Bonnie Vaughn.
Right.
But I asked you, is that a beef that you're willing to put behind you? And
Never.
you said, right, you said never. So can you explain to the people why you will never stay off of her neck?
Okay, people, it would take a person who's a parent to understand this. I took my daughter's umbilical cord. I was there for her entire 6 years of life until her mom packed up and moved to Texas. When she left, then the bond was broke. I could not see my daughter every night. She couldn't spend the night with me on the weekend and stay with me all week and all month long in the summertime or whatever, because she's gone. And so when she left at 6 years old, the bond was broken. The next time I see her, she's 10. And then after that, I saw her at 18. And so anyway, Bonnie played a part in the Susie doxing thing. Now, Bonnie would get on here. Susie did all that herself. Now she's real bold now that Susie can't defend herself or whatever, but she played that part because she was the one crying about me every day, crying about me or whatever. He's coming to my house to kill me. I'm not a killer. My record is clean. I would be in jail. Don't you think if I was a killer? And so until my daughter's back in my life, I'm going to let the world know she's an easy whore if anybody can have sex with. I will say it to the day I die. I don't care how many videos she makes. I don't care how many times Miss Cruiser gets on her page trying to defend her. She's never met face to face, nor has she ever met me. I'm going to say it to the day I die. Until my daughter's back in my life, I'm going to run her name to the ground. And see, as long as she talked about me every night, no one said anything on YouTube. All they she is him. As soon as I said, okay, yeah, I screwed at the hotel, all of a sudden it was like, all of a sudden you saw a change in how the so-called evangelist started talking.
Now, speaking of Miss Cruiser, because I don't want to lose focus on that one. I did ask her if she wants to have a conversation with you, and she said no, unless you would be giving her an apology. That would be the only thing that you guys needed to talk about. Do you feel like you owe Miss Cruiser an apology?
For what? She's taking sides and don't know the facts. She's taking sides because that's her friend. I don't know if that's numbers or you know how people have alignments on YouTube. Know your facts before you talk about anything. Know your facts. Whatever. You know that. I mean, like I said earlier, I've talked to Sean Bradley 1,000 times. He's part of the LGBT community. Does that mean I'm trying to sleep with the man? You know, so people can take a certain thing and blow it way out of proportion. So they say they want you to be tolerant of the LGBT community, but when you like I've showed where I've had communication with a few people that I respect on here or whatever, and that's not good enough. So then they have to put a fake post up. He's talking to his transgender. He must be gay. So what the messy people of the LGBT community would do is use that as a weapon. Use the gay thing as a weapon towards a heterosexual, and that's not cool. That's not cool. No, but Bonnie, I could never forget what she did because she sits there and lie. I didn't have nothing to do with it, but she was the first one on everybody's page. I believe Tanaya. Justice for Tanaya. Do you hear anybody saying that now?
I sure don't. And I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm not in his situation. I've never spoke with his daughter, but what I do know is that VS has done interviews with people about me who have told lies and who have told stories. So I hold very little weight to anything that she says about somebody else. As much as I cannot stand that dude in Baltimore, we all know that she told lies on him. And actually, I should have edited the video that she sent to me about these allegations with him and children. You know, she was steadily feeding me information, and I didn't find out until later on. This was all information that she made up herself. You know.
Yeah, it's amazing how YouTube will run with something and no one knows the facts. Right. It just blows my mind that no one really cares about facts.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it though, because it's your family, it's your daughter, so I can't tell you how to feel about that. You know.
And people don't realize, evangelist, so-called wannabe evangelist, she plays the role on that, and that's all she talks about every day. But see, when she be quiet, When I say something now, it's like, oh, I got a stalker. I got a stalker. No one told her to shut up talking about me. And if I choose to talk about her 10 years from now, don't get on my page saying you're obsessed with her. I'm not obsessed with her. I want the world to know she's a whore. I'm going to say it till the day I die. I'm going to say it till the day I die. Any man on here, all you have to do is go to her page, say, you cute girl, you so small. She going to fall in love and meet her, buy her a burger from McDonald's. You can get it. Period.
Now, is it true that she put out a restraining order on you?
Yeah.
So is that restraining order still active right now?
No.
Okay, so if she put out a restraining order, I'm just saying devil advocates. If there was a restraining order taken out, shouldn't both of you all had not been speaking on each other?
You would think that, but she was still talking about me.
Oh, okay.
She was still talking about me.
That's kind of counterproductive, but it's my
But
thought.
she only got quiet when I brought up the hotel, and nobody ever sees that. As soon as I brought up the hotel, I got a stalker. I got a stalker. Now I'm a stalker. What's that a stalk? She ain't got no money. What's that a stalk?
Now, I definitely have to bring up this comment because I had actually clicked Jay Wilson's link, and I had said this because I'm just going by what I have been taught, right? Okay, so the Sims overdose, which always has like good comments to make when I'm live and stuff like that, always to bring. So Sims overdose says wrong because we LGBTQ plus community believes a heterosexual male that talks to trans woman is still heterosexual. And that's what I was saying because what I was taught, because I don't have years of experience with this, but through getting to know my sister T.S. Madison and understanding trans and everything like that, what she told me is that men who date trans women, those men are straight. I personally felt like they couldn't possibly be straight, in my mind. That's what I was thinking. But she said no. She said a gay man would not be interested in a trans woman. Just like a trans woman who identifies as a woman is not interested in dating a woman. You know what I'm saying? That would make her bisexual. You know what I'm saying? She identifies as a woman. So basically, someone from the community here is saying that even if you were talking to someone who is trans woman, that wouldn't make you gay because that still will make you straight because they're a trans woman. So for me, it's I don't know all of this information. I'm like learning as I go along, and even though some of it to me doesn't always make sense, um, I respect those who are in the community. And if they tell me that that's what it is, then that's what it is. If you tell me you identify as a woman, then you are a woman. If you're a cat, you're a cat. If you're a dog, you're a dog. Whatever you say you are, that's what you are. And I'm going to respect you as that. And if you tell me that a man who's dating you is straight and wouldn't be looked upon as gay, then I have to take your word for it because you're living it, not me. You get what I'm saying? I'm on the outside learning.
Right. Well, and the thing is, and I'm being honest with you, I'm 46 years of age. I'm 4 years away, or 3.5 years away from being 50. If I were homosexual, I would be the proudest gay that ever walked on YouTube because there would be no shame in my game. And I'd be a knockout artist too because you got so many cowards on YouTube. Hide behind emojis and don't show your face talking about people. I would be open with mine. I'd be straight up with mine. So if I'm gay, I'd be gay. But I'm heterosexual to the bone.
Well, let me say this too. In this sector, they call it the beef sector, but I don't know which sector it should be called. But I will say that in this particular sector, they do accuse everybody over here of being in the LGBT, and that's a fact. They have accused me of being in the LGBT. They have accused me of having girlfriends. They've accused me of all kind of stuff that if I was doing it, I'm grown enough to tell you that I'm motherfucking doing it because I fucking can. I'm 45 years old. If I want to pull my panties to the side, I can pull them to the side for whoever I want to pull them for. I don't have to hide behind that. I mean, there are a lot of, um, I'm just saying, it's a lot of closeted lesbians on here. I'm just saying, I know a few, but that's not me. That's not my testimony. I don't have a reason to lie about it, but I don't think people should be using stuff like that to try to they call it slandering somebody. Like, how are you're not making me look bad by accusing me of being bisexual. It's just not the truth. That's all.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of them have that Jay Wilson spirit. See, Jay Wilson just came out, what was that, last year or whatever? And as soon as he came out, he became YouTube's gay police. All of a sudden, he's everything gay, and you got to go to Jay Wilson to find out what the rules are.
I like Sister Wilson. You know me and Sister Wilson fighting, arguing, everything like that. But I like Sister Wilson.
Well, I'm just saying the thing was he became the gay police, and anything that happens, he got to comment on it every single time. And it's like, dude. And see, the thing is, I made the mistake by seeing all gays like him, messy, gossipy, old, decrepit, but they're not. You have some cool people for the LGBT community that I've ran across.
Well,
he shows the ugly side that's messy, that talks about people that don't have no backbone to fight, that sit there and want to call you Jerry Curl Juice or whatever. I told him I have options. I can cut my hair bald today, it grows back.
Well, you do know that that Jay Wilson does identify as being bisexual. He has. You say he's not. Well, he has commented on Heidi Fly's kitty cat many times. The other day, he told Jay Dunn how good she was looking in her profile picture. So, I don't know.
I can tell S. Hutchinson how good she looked, but I mean that don't mean nothing. Whatever, I'm still straight, and I would never date a transsexual. But he can say anything, and I can prove it to you. He's erased them, and if you went to his community feed and you notice any picture of him with a woman, he looks awkward. A man don't look awkward when you're next to a woman. And you can see in his face, this is not me right here. All you have to do is just look at his facial expression. He took all of them down after I said that. But every picture that he's posing with a woman by herself, even the one with him in 5A when she was there, he just looked awkward, like, why am I here? He's never been bisexual. And see, that's one of the things that a lot of people from the LGBT community already knows. Just be real. And see, he's still in the clock. Be real.
No, I'm laughing at this comment. The Sims Overdose says, I've stood in dressing rooms with women naked as Adam and Eve, and I'm still gay. That man ain't no bisexual. So you got somebody agreeing with you, okay? They agree with you.
But you know what? And I appreciate that. But the thing is, if nobody agree with me, I know facts. I can bet my life on that, okay? I'm not a bidder. I can bet my life on it. It's just certain people you can look at and tell he's not into women at all. That's something that just keep, because you don't want to just fully come out. You've always been gay. Period.
Maybe he's just head over heels over Boo right now. Let's leave Sister Wilson alone.
And I have nothing, and people keep on saying, why do I talk about him on my videos? I have nothing against him. I have a problem with you playing with God. And as a Christian, I speak up. Bro, you can't play with God. You preach on Sunday, and then you talk about everybody on Monday through Saturday. I don't agree with that.
That was my initial, when I argued with him, I had said that about him or whatever. And I'm not like backstepping from what I said, but what I do see of him is he does know the word. Do I want him to pray for me? Not necessarily, no.
Say what the word
would I love for him to sing for me? Absolutely. But I do think because he has a sense of humor, and for him, I feel like this is just entertainment. So he doesn't like all the Christian stuff. He puts that to the side, and he's here to get his coin. And I think that's just how he takes it.
And but leave God out of it. Leave him out of it. Leave him out of it. And that's the thing. I have more respect for you. Just leave God out of it. You're not a preacher. You can never be ordained as a preacher. I don't care how many degrees you got. I got degrees. I've got certifications from college to work on cars. I ain't never worked on the engine. Does that make me a mechanic? No. That just means I was trained in that. He was trained on how to preach. He was trained on homiletics and all that. I know the game, but don't play with God. See, God, you know what? I'm not trying to sound deep or whatever. Certain things you don't play with in this world. People don't play with their grandma, and you don't play with God.
Yeah.
And I think that with God is a play toy to him. He come on that Shondo. You don't play with that.
Now, that kind of stuff I'm not into when it's for a game and a joke, because God is not to be mocked or made a fool out of. For him, maybe he looks at it as entertainment. I personally don't. But also, what I would not do has nothing to do with what he will or won't do. You get what I'm saying? I can't tell him how to run his platform. But for me, although people have accused me of all kind of things, let there be no mistake. I may not act like it every day, but I am saved and I am sanctified, baptized, apostolic church. Oh, baby, I know the word, and I only serve one, the only true living God. I don't serve no Uber Juba and none of that other crap that is going on. Okay? Absolutely not.
Well, the thing, and I was telling him, I said, man, at 50 years old, well, 50, he's 51 now, you can't sit there and every time somebody gives you cash app, you're playing like you're speaking in tongues or whatever. Oh, come on, you know, certain things you just don't play with. And you're right, he runs this platform how he wants to, but surely in his life, somebody should tell him, at least one person, man, you can't play with God.
Fluffy stuff, is that comment for me or is that comment for Larry? We'll address that one once I figure out who that comment is for. So now I'll say this. So we kind of already touched the situation with your daughter, and you feel like basically YouTube tampered that situation. Do you have any advice for people, like especially new people coming on here who may have their social media, Facebook, Twitters, Instagram open, where somebody can just click and click and click and connect to someone's family or children?
Well,
what would you suggest on that?
And I may go a different route when I say this. My hell came on my page when Jay Wilson came on my page out the blue. I never knew who Jay Wilson was, but this guy was talking about me at night, and I log on YouTube on my lunch break because I work night shift. I'm like, what's this dude? So the thing is, I would advise anybody, do not respond. Do not respond, because when I first went to his page, as he was talking about me, I scrolled down. All his videos was about Maddie. Maddie with a T. Maddie with the hashtag Maddie. And so that was to get Maddie's attention so Maddie's followers could go to his page. And see, Jay Wilson is very crafty when it comes to that. He knows how to tag your name and talk about you. If you go to one of his last videos, he kept on throwing hints about me being talking to a transgender or whatever without saying it. You know, he knows how to do things. So the thing is, you never respond. Just stay on your platform. See, I was supposed to have been talking about opening up a future restaurant and personal life and, you know, just having fun on YouTube. And all of a sudden you into this
beef?
The beef stuff, and it's stupid. I ain't supposed to be arguing with no 69-year-old woman named Bonnie. For what? She ain't got nothing. And I'm not being funny. I'm serious. She has nothing. Argue with her for what? This one old enough to be a grandmama. Right? Grandma's depending on where you're from or whatever. But you know, you feel compelled to respond when people calling your name.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. That about not responding is the best advice that you could ever give, because the main mistake that I've ever made from the first time is responding. Once people get you to respond, their ultimate goal is to get you to respond and respond and respond and respond again. Now, I have a question. This is a really good question, and then after you answer it, I'm gonna also pick up on this question. So, Fluffy Stuff says, but aren't you also being hypocritical when you speak about God that speaks so poorly on a particular woman on here? So basically, she's saying I'm just gonna break it down. She's saying you're no better than Jay Wilson because he's playing with God, but you're speaking of God, but then you're downing women.
Okay, well let me give you a response to that. Number one, I am and will always be a Christian. That's my, and I repent daily because number two, I never got on here saying I was a preacher. So that's what separates he and I. So there's a higher standard when you're preaching the word of God to people, expecting them to follow God and repent, and then you talk about them like a dog 5 minutes later. I've never did that. I just said what my beliefs are, and whatever. And when I talk about that woman played a platform in which my daughter started hating. She played a role in that. And I will never forget that. I forgive her, but I'll never forget that. And she'll forever be looked at as beneath trash to me. Her and Miss Cruiser, for real.
Yeah, those who have crossed the line with my children, to me is unforgivable. And things were done with my children. They took my daughter's picture, and instead of taking a picture of her when she was grown, they actually took a picture of my daughter when she was 14 years old in a two-piece bathing suit, and then put it out here on YouTube. Also made accounts and my children's name dropping down in my chat saying, "Hi, mom," all this little crazy stuff or whatever. See, when you start playing with my children, then to me you're dead. Like we're not coming back from that. Yeah, we're not coming back from that.
Yeah, you can cross the line. And see, people keep on saying, "Why is Bonnie's name in your mouth?" It will stay there. I will not bite my tongue. It will stay there. It will stay there until I fall dead. Whenever she gonna repent and get on YouTube, I messed up. I played a role in that lie with his daughter. I did it. Until she do that, I'm gonna talk about it to the day I die. So I don't care how many emojis I get with private names. Somebody named Sweet Larry's Barbecues says leave her alone and all this. I don't care. She gonna apologize to me.
Shout out to Sweet Larry's Barbecue.
And she gonna let the world know I helped play that part because she knows a lie. But yet this is a person she's calling every day.
Yeah. Well, we have a question from Sims Overdose. Sims Overdose says, "I have a question. Why was it so easy for them to convince your daughter to go against you? Because those were some serious allegations to just make up for $900.
Okay, I'll tell you. I wish you all had an ink pen, but this is on tape, so you can go back. If you go to the computer, and I ask you to do these two essays, go to Macon County Circuit Clerk. MACON.
Child, and they be calling me a doxer. I'm not looking up nobody's records.
No. Well, this is just to prove where all this comes from. Okay. Macon County Circuit Clerk. And then you go to litigant name. And this is everybody who's ever had court case in Macon County. And Macon County is Illinois, not Georgia. You type in the name, last name first with a comma, space, then first name last. You type in Merriweather, comma, and then Tanisha, Tanesha. Merriweather's Merriweather, and then Tanisha, Tanesha. Now that's my daughter who was in the group home's mom. Okay. Now, if you look at her, she's got 7 arrest records. 7 times she's been to court in her life in Decatur, right? All 7 times were for child abuse. Walking on my daughter's stomach, hitting her in the nose, breaking her nose, almost breaking her jaw, almost breaking her eye socket. And you can read it, it's public records. I told my daughter when I went to the group home to visit her, she's crying because she's ready to come home from the group home. She wondered why she locked up. I said, your mom beat you. I mean, she's got a problem. And she had what's called Stockholm syndrome. Mama, okay, we just made mama mad. She's all right. And I said, you don't make your mama mad enough to break your nose. And so what happened was, Tanisha got so upset that I said that. Her revenge was to go to Tanaya and say, you were molested. I watched this as a kid. She did not know Tanaya when she was a baby. I met her when Tanaya was 4 or 5 years old. And all you have to do is do the comparison with Tanaya's age and my daughter by her.
Right. I was around during that time when all this stuff was going on, and I didn't know what it was or if it was true or not. Just like the allegations against the person in Baltimore. When someone tells me something that's serious, I'm forced to believe it if you're telling me you have receipts and you have facts and things like that.
Yeah.
But I've also learned that everything that you hear on YouTube or see doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Now, this is what Jay Dunn says. Jay Dunn says what Larry is saying is the truth. He sent me those Macon County infos in 2018, but I didn't want to touch the issue. It was too sticky for my likings at the time. So when I tell you I remember this, I remember when they asked your daughter to do a lie detector test, which I think was done over the phone or something like that. I recall when they had the pictures, everybody had changed their profile pictures on YouTube to Tanaya, Justice for Tanaya. I remember all of that. And from what she's been through, it seems like she's already been through a bunch of trauma in her life. So when you're dealing with a person that's already has a bunch of trauma, it's easy for someone to come in there and make them feel like, I care about you. Let me help you. I'm not saying that Did your daughter lie, told the truth? I'm not saying anything because I'm not her, and I can't speak for anybody. I can only speak about the person who accused you of these things or brought this to YouTube. Also brought allegations against me to YouTube, which were actually all lies. So, with that being said, this person has a history of making up stories on people, even down to child molestation. As deep as that is, she has no problem saying it or making these stories up and getting whomever to go along with it. That's what I do know.
Well, the thing is, she knew the lady who was telling her that my daughter's mom was a liar because you know how she looks through everybody's background. She knew that. She already knew that, but she just ran with such a juicy story. It's juicy when you hear somebody's a child molester and they on YouTube. I deleted my page. Why would I come back under Larry Nelson?
Right.
Honestly, if I'm so-called guilty, I should have been like Bonnie and changed my name to Duchess Vaughn. She changed her name because she don't want nobody to know. That's the same Bonnie Vaughn that was in that mess. You know, she wants to be totally far from it. When she put herself in it. She put herself in it. That's the thing I don't understand. You put yourself in this stuff. And now you want to play, oh, I'm a Christian. Now I want to talk about Jesus and the president. No, you was talking about me every day.
So,
just forget that? No. It don't work that way.
Here's your next question, which I already know the answer to, but I'm going to allow you to answer it. Has your daughter ever apologized to you?
No. No, but I've heard things from various family members that was positive, but it wasn't in my ear. And my thing is this. I'm only going to accept it. And I forgive her, but I'm only going to accept it when you get on YouTube and say it was a lie. Or say where it came from. I can accept that. But you sitting there and said he was looking at me naked in the bathroom at 10 years old. Who does that bull crap? Who's that sick? That's sick. But no, the answer is no.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. And I know that Sean feels like your daughter's being victimized because we're bringing up her name now and stuff like that. All I know is if my kids said some stuff about me and it was not actual and factual, and they actually came to that on social media with that, actually, if we're even friends and you bring our outside life up here on this YouTube, oh, it's a wrap.
But
It's a wrap.
No one ever asked how did they find my daughter with all this mess. You know how they found her? The evangelist told them about my Facebook page, and his daughter's a friend of his on there. They got her and coached her, and next thing you know, it's a lie about me.
Right. And that's what I was saying about when you have your social media open, what people will do is they'll look at your pictures. Somebody might say, hey, cuz, or, ooh, me and my brother, and they click to this and that. And then they start digging up your family members and trying to communicate and talk to people. So
I'm gonna say this on your page, and I've never said this to no one. Susie was she was a few weeks away from going to bed, and I don't bite my tongue. You can take this to any police department. I do not bite my tongue because the stuff she did, she didn't really die. You think you're just gonna do that and be in your room with your voodoo dolls and that's it? No.
now, would you want your daughter to publicly apologize and retract her statement?
Hell yeah.
Right, and of course, everybody wants to clear their name.
If she's gonna be in my life, yeah. If not, keep it like it is. Listen, I work for the federal government right now, okay, which means they vet you. You have to go through a lie detector test for certain jobs, especially working around kids and old people. I did that. And one of the questions I asked you, have you ever touched anybody? Have you ever raped anybody? Have you ever molested anybody? I went through all those questions. My stuff is clean. You know, and that's that. Now, let me say this real quick while it's on my mind, okay? With the Jay Wilson thing, I got mad at him when he had Miss Cruz on his page on his live one day, and she gets Bonnie to call in or whatever. So I wanted him to ask her the hard questions. How do you get a restraining order against somebody you've never met in your life? And he would not answer the question because he was so happy rocking back forth. Because she said, we're friends. And he was so happy for friendship. If you're going to talk about me, ask the hard questions. And nobody wants to do that. They just want to, he victimized you. He called you fat. You ain't fat, you skinny. Lying to her. The woman's dying of obesity, telling the truth.
And are you sticking to the same story that you and Bonnie have had sexual intercourse?
It's nothing to brag. And see, people think you're bragging on what? That's nothing to brag on. That was a waste. That was a waste. I'd have had better time. I'd have had better fun jacking off. I'm being real with you. That was a waste. You know, the scent ran you out halfway out the bedroom or the hotel room. It's up. That's nothing to brag on. You know, it ain't like afterwards we went shopping and went to a steak dinner. It was nothing. It was nothing.
See, this is exactly why I ain't pulling my panties to the side for not near motherfucker on here. They won't be up on here telling all my business. Okay, on no interview.
And when you talk, and next time Miss Cruiser talk to you, you tell her besides the court records, you know, for the restraining order, when she always told we got the receipts. Do you have the receipts in the hotel, or because Bonnie stuff? Because she said so. Come on now. You know, she going about what she told her. She was not there. She never met her face to face or whatever. And I never met Miss Cruiser. So you can't sit there and go by what somebody told you on the phone. Hell, I can tell you Mr. T is my next door neighbor. Does that mean it's true? So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, like I said, use common sense. And I'm asking you this on your page. Who gets a restraining order against somebody they ain't never met? I'm talking
well, we've seen it happen on here though, right?
I'm saying, but the woman said she all I did was I fat shamed when she kept talking about me, and I fat shamed her. And all of a sudden, I get a restraining order saying threatening her life. I never threatened her life. You can't pull up one thing while I threaten her life. I said she died of obesity, died from all the fat around her heart. But I ain't never said I was gonna kill her. And all of a sudden, I got a restraining order because I fat shamed a woman who did not want to be shamed. Whatever. The woman gets off YouTube, come back after Susie kicked off the thing, and she keeps her name. Now her name is what? Duchess Vaughn, because she don't want nobody typing in Bonnie Vaughn 45 and seeing the mess. You still can see it. And Duchess Vaughn. I mean, you start the mess. You know, I don't know if you remember back then, but she was we had a YouTube friend named Nate.
Yes, Nate was the guy. Yeah, I remember his name.
Yeah, he's in the Dominican Republic or whatever, one of those islands. And she's calling him to verify everything. It's like he ain't never met you or me. What are you going to verify?
Now, hold up. Wasn't Nate also sending out nude photos too?
I heard, but not to me. I don't know nothing about that. But, you know, it was getting stupid.
Right.
You know, one thing about it, when you get to know her, now see, now if you get to know the evangelist, she's all saved now. Holy Spirit filled and anointed with God, and you know she's all deep or whatever. But then she that was all free when you get to know her. And I'm speaking as a man. I'm 46 years of age. I ain't got to lie on where I've been.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people might not believe this, but there are a lot of people who hook up here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And when things go bad, that's when you start hearing all kind of stories. And I have to be honest, I'm not gonna drop no names or anything, but I've been privy to some information on two women who both act like they're straight, who are currently in a relationship right now. I'm waiting for that to go sour so we can hear all about it.
Yeah.
And then there's two males, which I think maybe I'm being ignorant by saying it. To me, they both seem to be a little too feminine to be messing with each other. But I imagine there'll be some drama behind that as well. I say leave your relationships off of YouTube, sexual relationships off of YouTube, personal relationships off of YouTube, because they just don't mix together.
And let me say this for your people who are listening. The only reason I ever brought that out about the evangelist and I was simply this. She got on here crying and the restraining order and this, that, and the other. And with the restraining order, she's still talking about it. Still talking about me. And so let's say, yeah, I banged it. All of a sudden, the whole term changed. Her whole tune changed. Everything she was saying, I got a stalker, you all. I don't know why he's stalking. You don't know why he's stalking you? Stalking?
And just to be clear, the nude photos of Bonnie Vaughn, those got put out by VS, not you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I was trying to make sure because I never understood why you were getting so much heat behind those new photos when you weren't the person to put them out.
Listen, VS had her join the group, but you gotta give me something so I can know you're loyal. Spread that coochie, and that's what she did. And I know she did it because I know how she is behind closed doors. Spread that coochie. You want to get on here and act like you this wholesome grandma on here. You know, please. I know the game. All right, I'm not trying to sound stupid on your show. I know the game. All right, don't play this holy role with me. I know. You know, as soon as the door opens in the hotel, you come in with this areola teacher that look like a blanket because it's that big. You know, please don't act like you all holy now. I never met him. He's a liar. He's a lying wonder. You know, if I'm lying, she's supposed to just shut up and let me keep lying. Because truth is going to outlive a lie any day, right?
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
This
is how you know how long people been in the sector. Astro Kid says turbo fingers. This is how I know Astro Kid been around for some years. Because you have to have been around for some years to know turbo fingers because that was the nickname. And this is not me throwing any shade towards you, Bonnie Vaughn, because I don't really know you like that. So I don't have a beef with you or anything like that. But I have to say this. Larry is one of few people. People may feel however they want to feel about Larry, but Larry is one of few people. Since I have known Larry, Larry has always been solid when it comes to me. Larry has never disrespected me. Larry has always been supportive. Me and Larry have talked behind the scenes. You know, they say stay off them phones. We've had many conversations, and Larry has always been just solid when it comes to me. So I'll never disrespect him, regardless of how other people feel about him. I'm never going to join in until he does something personally to me. And until that happens, we're good.
Well, you know, I just tried to live my life, but I've come to realize the YouTube thing, you got people who, I mean, this is their life, okay? This is their life, and outside of YouTube, they have nothing. And I don't want to be like that because I had a lot before YouTube, during it, and after YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, YouTube can change you in some ways, and also YouTube can mess up your life if you allow it to. So you definitely have to have balance with everything. So now I will say this: as much as you come after Sister Wilson, you did tell me that he hit you up to let you know about these allegations.
Yeah.
You don't feel like he deserves a couple brownie points for that because he didn't have to hit you up.
I mean, I'm not going after him. I told exactly how I feel. I just feel like, I don't know. You know, when I bring his name up now, it's like I just hate to see him playing with God, but that's who he is, so I need to leave that alone. Because see, you got to realize you're only gonna go as far as your background is, all right? If all you've been is in the sixth grade reading level, that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? So if all he knows is Shundo EBB and all the stuff he does, that's his background. We play with God and we act like we in church, or whatever, you know. So I can't get mad at him for it. I just thought that we could have intellectual conversations about spiritual stuff. But his thing is like this: you got to show me scriptures where it's LBGT only, and we got to be accepted, or else I don't want to hear it from you. And everything from turning the lights on to the sun going down in San Antonio's got to be LBGT, or he don't want to hear it. So, you know, I mean, God bless him, but you know, we're just different. I just thought that he would be more receptive to not playing with God thing.
Well, you know, hopefully that's a conversation that you all can have at some point. You know,
all you have to do is just look at past videos of other women, many women who've made videos about him playing with God. It's not just me. I'm nobody. And I'll say that I'm just a plain old dude from Illinois. But I'm just saying, don't play with God, man. He got the potential to really, I believe, his life, right? He got the potential to really, be a light in this world. But you know, you can't be a light coming, and you know, you're wearing a snuggie in Lamarck's house, and you want to preach Jesus. The average person will say, "Wait a minute, man, you sleep with a man, and you telling me about God?"
Okay.
See,
Well,
let me tell you this, okay? I grew up in Illinois, and I know every region of this country have different gays and how they carry themselves, okay? In Illinois, my mom was what you call a soul winner, okay? She would take this old station wagon and just ride up to me, hey, why don't you come to church with me? They would just jump in the car like she could get away liquor, and they would go to church. But when it came to a lot of the gays that she grew up with, they would tell her up front, I'm not going to go to church until I get my life right. I'm not going to play with God.
well, see, I don't necessarily, let me say, I don't necessarily believe that that's playing with God, because I'll use Leandra Johnson as a prime example. People dog that sister out, and they always say that she should stop playing with God. She should get her life right. She should stop drinking. She should stop doing all of these things before she ministers to the people. Sometimes you need somebody to minister to you where you're on the same page of saying, you know what? I'm not all the way there, but I want to be there. So I don't necessarily think that a person should have to be, because no man, bishop, pastor, reverend, deacon, none of those people are God. They all sin. They just sin in a different way. He might be sleeping with Mark and they ain't married, or whatever the case may be, and that may be his sin. But pastor may be married to a woman and might be sleeping with one of the ladies on the motherboard, or might be cheating on his taxes, or might be, just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? So everybody sins. We just sin differently. So I don't necessarily think that a person should have their life, because if you wait for perfection to get connected with God, you will never get with God, because you will never be perfect. You will never be all the way on the up and up. So there's no sense of waiting around until you get it all the way together. You know what I'm saying? Now, having yourself somewhat together, and then once you have that personal relationship with God, then that's up to you and him. You get what I'm saying? It's not even about you in the public or whatever. Once you can talk to him and you know the word, you have accountability. And once you have accountability, you have to answer to God for everything that you do. So no matter whatever sin I commit, you commit, Jay Wilson commits, we all have our own personal accountability. So therefore, I don't count anybody else's sins, because it don't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't got nothing to do with me at all.
Well said.
Yeah. So we talked about Jay Wilson, and he gave you the heads up. So I think, kudos for that, because I think he didn't have to do that. And I think as content creators, we should do that when you hear a little something. Brianna hit me up and let me know some things were going on. People wanted me to fight with Brianna. I'm not going to fight with her. She's here telling me some information that I don't know. Now, people are acting like this is all breaking news. That whole little video that was going around about me, Larry, didn't me and you not have a conversation about that months before that shit hit YouTube? People always think they have some type of breaking story. Sean's right in the chat. Sean knew about that the day it happened. Okay, so just because I don't bring it on my platform doesn't mean I'm hiding it. It's just not my story to tell. You get what I'm saying?
The lady who posted that stuff about me, I forget, what's her name again?
You mean on the community board?
Yeah.
You mean Blessed
Watkins. And if you look at my video, I said I don't know you, whatever. And I try to respect someone who's old enough to be my grandmother, to be respectful to them. Okay. If you look at her, she's an older lady. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying I want to keep that respect for somebody who's my senior. But the way she brought that, and then her response thing was, you just use my name to talk about Bonnie. You just use my name, and then Jay Wilson, she putting the blame on him. But it's in your community feed. It's in your community feed.
Yeah, someone came over to his page with it and was saying that it was on her community. That's where I initially first saw it, and people were chiming in, and I was like, I'm not going to sit there, even if it was true, even if some receipts come out and that's a fact, it still has nothing to do with me, because I'm always going to judge you by how you treat me. You get what I'm saying? So it makes no difference to me one way or another. So I'm not going to join in just because of what other people are saying. It has nothing to do with me.
It's like I told you, if I was, I'd be the proudest person there is on earth. Because there's no scary person in me. And I'm not saying I'm tough. I'm just saying I don't see how people can get on YouTube and be scared of your sexuality or who you are. I don't see how people make videos and can never show their face.
So why do you think that you were targeted this time with these allegations, do you think that all comes down to the Bonnie Vaughn situation, the VS situation, or what?
I'm not sure. I think certain people, you can say their name and you can get ratings. You get ratings, or you look at the thumbs up on the video or the comments. I knew he was gay. You don't, and the people say that it's like I've never met this person in my life. How you know me? So it's amazing, but it doesn't surprise me. But that's YouTube for you. As far as the beef sector, that's YouTube. But I just hate the fact that let's just say we had a community picnic. Everybody's gonna come. You can't have nobody from the beef sector to show up because everybody's scared of who they even talked about.
I'll show up.
Oh, I'd definitely be there. Whatever, but I'm just saying, everybody's scary. Everybody's scared because you talked about this person or whatever. Now you got to carry some mace and a knife. It's like just scary people. You can talk about everybody. I don't see nothing that I've ever seen that I'd be ashamed of being in anybody's face. I was at the gas station in Belleville, Illinois the other day, okay? And, everybody's wearing masks, right?
Right.
And so I said, can I get $7 in gas, whatever it was? And the lady said, your voice sounds familiar. And I'm looking at her up and down. She's taking my money she works there. And I'm like, what school did you go to? She didn't go to my school. And so I took my mask off. She said, oh my God, Larry Nelson. I follow you on YouTube. And she's not a content creator. She just said she followed me. I'm like, okay, well. And the whole story is she knew that the Bonnie thing. She's a woman, and she agreed with me. And she knew that the whole thing was a game. But when you read the comments on YouTube, leave her alone. She's skinny. Leave her alone. Why you gonna watch the woman?
Now we have just the last comment here. BB Knight says you constantly concentrate on gay people. What is your fascination with gay people?
When do I concentrate on gay people if I'm talking about Jay Wilson?
Well, I guess they feel like because you're constantly community, and I'm not taking up for Larry, but what I will say is pretty much I feel like everybody in this sector is in the community. But I guess the difference is you make a point to say LGBT community, where I'm just gonna say Jay Wilson or that fuck nigga down Baltimore or whomever. I don't really point out their sexuality because it doesn't matter to me. So maybe that's the issue.
Well, okay, I'm gonna answer this question real quick. When I point out his Jay's sexuality, my thing is this: when he plays this stuff role talking about people, man up at that point, man up, okay? Man up at that point. Don't be girly now when you're talking about a man up. See, and when I said that was Daryl Moore said he was coming to San Antonio and he want to meet him. He didn't say he wanted to fight. He didn't say he wanted to beat him up. He said, I want to meet you because that's what men do when they have disagreements. He said, I want to meet you. On Jay's page, and we done with that. We on another subject, y'all. We done. And it was like, dude, this is the time you made. You're 51 years old. And see, if you're going to do that, you should not be in no beef sector. Talking about people, then when a man calls you out, you get scared. And that's why I say he made LBGT look bad. Because everybody's LBGT ain't scary like that. I know some gay answers that was thump. Pink lives on to beat the hell out of you. But on YouTube, a bunch of the LBGT people are scared. I'll say that to the day I die. I ain't never been so many scary people. So that's what I meant by that, and I'll stick with that forever. Just man up. You can be gay and still be manly.
Well. With that being said, Bush Baby, I know you're just getting in here, but we talked about the allegations of him dating or communicating with a transgender person. We also touched on the allegations with his daughter, past situation with Bonnie Vaughn, restraining orders, and all that other kind of stuff.
And can I say one more thing real
Absolutely,
quick?
Sure.
The lady who put that in her community feed, what's her name again?
Blessed.
Okay, I don't say her name off, so that's why I said it. Ask Blessed Watkins, since you got it on your community feed, release the tapes. Release the tapes, because if you just got a printout of somebody saying that, that's real stupid. And I would have thought more of a woman of you than for you to just go and print that with no proof. I mean, I want to hear some tapes too. Can she provide some tapes? A phone call conversation or something?
Yeah, and I do believe, and this is just me, I do believe if a person is going to be accused of something, there should be some valid receipts to go along with it when it's serious allegations. You know what I mean? Like it should have some real receipts to go along with it.
And to me, that would show that she's not being true to her page. I mean, if you're really seeking something to talk about, I mean, shoot, you can do better than that. But I would have thought more of a woman of her than that, than just to do that. But
Yeah, I mean, it's just the right thing to do, period. Just as a content creator, because if you don't want somebody to do it to you, don't do it to somebody else. And that's just simple. It should be just 101 etiquette of, you know what I'm saying, content creator, just respect amongst each other, whether you like somebody or not. Like, just don't run with the narrative. Like, the stuff you hear me talk about is because I know it to be a fact. I have a receipt or I experienced it. I'm not going to tell you no hearsay or I heard. Well, I will. If I heard something, I'll say, word on the curb. Like I told you about the two girls, doing whatever they doing together. Hey, it's I had a source tell me that. I ain't see them doing it, so I don't know for a fact. I can't say for a fact this is what's going on. I'm just telling you what I heard. So
you never said no names. She put my name on all this stuff too on her community feed. I mean, is that all you got? A printout? I can show you a printout of me beating up Barack Obama. Does that make it true? A printout? Do you have a tape or something? I mean, like I said, when she made her video, she kind of put the blame on Jay Wilson. Whatever, he thought, maybe he texted me and told me he had nothing to do with it, and I respect that. But I mean, she put the blame on him, and it's like, YouTube. Like I said, YouTube has bred a nation of cowards.
Let me tell you one thing about dropping the ball on somebody. Child, I had a situation taking place, and the minute they were questioning about it, what did they do? Throw their friend right underneath the bus. That's what people do.
Yeah.
They'll throw somebody else right underneath the bus. One thing about YouTube too, don't rob no bank with nobody. Don't do nothing that's not on the up and up on here. Cause they gonna tell it. They gonna tell it.
They gonna turn their back on you.
Right. So we are at the I'm laughing at the comments. Okay, so we are at the 1 hour mark, and I do not go past 1 hour. So other than Bless, Miss Cruiser, Bonnie Vaughn, and previous issue, I guess you kind of had with Jay Wilson. Is there anybody else that you have an issue with, or anyone else that you need to address?
You know what? I never got on YouTube to have beef with people, as they call it, or whatever. My whole thing is just respect me and I respect you. My biggest fault was always responding when somebody make a video about you. I didn't realize the rules of YouTube. Hey, you must be somebody if they keep saying your name. I mean, your name must really be something for them to say your name all the time. And I didn't realize that in the beginning, so I would always respond. So anybody who's getting ready to start a YouTube page, don't respond to nobody. Don't respond to nobody, period. Because it's a waste.
So let's just.
I don't see you face to face.
Right. So let's say Bless hears this. She decides she's not going to mention your name anymore. Can you equally do the same thing and not mention her anymore?
I've never, if you look at any of my videos, my history, I don't even know who Bliss Watkins is. I've never said her name before the video I made the other day. Ever.
Okay, so Miss Cruiser.
Yeah.
If Miss Cruiser doesn't mention you anymore, can you not mention her name anymore?
Oh, definitely. I'm not evil. I just said don't take sides with somebody you don't know the truth. She got on Jay Will's page. We got the receipts. Trying to make me look bad. And I'm live typing Jay Will's ask this question. Ask that he wouldn't, because he's gonna tell me you my friend, and he got so excited, curling his toes underneath the thing. I'm like, man, just ask the question.
So y'all hear that now? He said if Miss Cruiser don't speak on him no more, he's not gonna speak on Miss Cruiser. Now this is his words, not mine. Bonnie Vaughn, you said to death.
Oh, I'm gonna run her name down till I die. Until she gets on here and apologize and say, you know what, I made a mistake or whatever because I was in love with this nigga and I tried to run his name down, tell me he picks or whatever. No, she gonna apologize, or else I'm just saying till I die. And go to the police officer and get another restraining order.
All righty. Well, you all heard it right here, his words. Larry, thank you so much for coming over here to have this conversation. It's been a whole lot. we covered a whole lot within this hour, so it was good talking to you. And like I said, I just appreciate you for just always being a solid person when it comes to me. And I'm gonna always give you that same amount of respect. I always try to meet people with the same energy that they give me.
Thank you.
All right. So, and we'll talk later on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye. All right. So that ends there. What I wanted to tell you guys real quick is today's Wednesday, and I still have a whole bunch of stuff to take care of. Friday, we're going to do trivia. People have been asking back for the trivia, so I have everything ready for that. If you want to be on the panel with trivia, let me know. If you want to stay in the chat with it, that's fine. And then also on Saturday, I'm going to be giving y'all some edible entities. I'm going to be trying something called Delta 8. You guys can do your research on it. There's also a Delta 9. They have edibles and all that other kind of stuff. It's going to be my first time ever trying it. So I'm going to try it live with you guys. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to pop one. We're going to check in 15 minutes and see what's shaking and baking. We're going to see what's going on. The good part about this is for right now, you don't even have to have a prescription for this. So I want to give you guys like a real review. If this shit works, if you should spend your money, if you shouldn't spend your money. I find that they're a little bit more reasonable than some of the other like medical so-called marijuana. So and they have like cookies and chocolate bars, they have drinks, they have lollipops and gummy bears and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have some of that stuff on Saturday. If I had it now, y'all know y'all know Edna will go ahead and get into it already, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna have it on Saturday, and as soon as I get it, I'm gonna go live, and then we're just going to pick it and we're going to talk and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if it does what it needs to do. I've heard great things. You want to try it? BB Nice. Listen, BB Nice. I'm the plug girl. I'm the plug. Okay, you'll be my test dummy. You know what? I thought the prices were a little bit high for like the gummies, but from what I've been told, they're strong as hell. And then I was told also that you should take them on a full stomach because they make them more powerful. So I'm just kind of going by the stuff that I've heard people say. I've also heard that they're good for inflammation. I know somebody who has diabetes, and they said since they've been taking them, their blood sugar level has been down. So I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna get enough to test out for you guys live, and then I'll have some for later on. And then if I feel like it's legit and it's worth it, I'll drop y'all the information. This particular place is in Maryland. It's not really like close to me, so I have somebody getting it for me. But the prices are actually pretty reasonable. The only thing that I'm thinking, I don't know if they ship or not, but if they don't ship, um maybe I could ship it for you guys. I'm not for sure. We'll figure that out on Saturday. I'll get some more information on Saturday when I get my package. But the gummies, from what I was told, is they're like shaped like the watermelon gummies with like the little sugar on them. And then they have everything that they have in regular edibles, lollipops and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So but the prices I feel like are better because my daughter bought me some of the CBD gummies and they did nothing. And they cost an arm and a leg. I've had CBD lotion. Like I said, CBD is like ABC. It doesn't do anything for me. If you go on YouTube right now and you type in Delta 8 reviews, this is how you always know if a review is legit. Make sure they don't have no sponsor link. They don't have no coupon code. None of that shit. Then you know that they're telling you because they want to give you a real review. And then what I also do is I read the comment section because I want to hear what other people have to say about their experience. So I did my research first before I even decided to go along with it. And I'm not gonna lie, once I read the motherfucking research, bitch, I said I'm trying to get motherfucking high. Okay. I'm trying to get pain free. Sean just dropped the link right there because I told Sean about it. Sean has a lot of medical conditions just like I do. So it helps with pain. It helps with your mood and all of that. So I was in New York. They were garbage, right? But the Delta 8, BB, you should try to order some and try it too. You know what I'm saying? Try it live. And honestly, the price for this Delta 8 is way better than the CBD. That CBD is a waste of money. You might as well buy a pack of gummy bears out of the dollar store and eat those. That's what CBD does for me. Nothing. Nothing. Now the drink, I heard the drink is the bomb. I got a little scared when I saw the drink. The drink comes in like a mason jar. So I'm assuming it's something they make themselves. I thought maybe it was going to be in a can or something like that. But the drink is what the guy told me he's been using for his blood sugar, and it's been going down. But I promise y'all, when I do it, on Saturday, as long as it works, I'll drop y'all all the information. Y'all can contact them. Y'all can order. Y'all can do whatever. If it's some garbage, y'all know I'm going to say this shit is some garbage. It's been 2 hours and bitch, I'm motherfucking ain't nothing happened. What the fuck is going on? And then I'm going to be mad because so far I have a cookie, the drink, gummies, and the lollipop. Of course, I'm not going to eat all that up at one time. I'm gonna take it slowly first to see what's going on. I was told because I haven't had no edibles in some months, so I'm gonna see what's happening. And like I said, the place is in Maryland, but I will find out as far as like shipping and stuff and website. But I will give y'all the information as long as it works. I have no problem dropping the information for y'all and then do your own thing. The prices are very. I mean, a lot of stuff is like under $20. You know what I mean? So it's very affordable. So like I said, that's Friday is gonna be game night for anyone who wants to play. Saturday, we're gonna get motherfucking high. So y'all get y'all some drinks because I don't want to be the only one that's having a fucking good time or laughing for no fucking good reason. Okay. So I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all vapes, your weed, whatever you have, your drinks, your alcohol, your beer, whatever. Um yeah, I got you on the link. It's just because the place is far. So my son know somebody that works at the place, so he just got the job there, so he was telling me about it. So it's kind of far away. So I ordered some stuff, and my son's coming on Saturday. So Saturday I'm gonna try it out, and as long as it's legit, I'll drop y'all all the information. Y'all can order it yourself. Of course, you could probably order from somewhere local. Because from what I'm understanding, the states are not requiring you to have a prescription for this as of yet, but I heard they're trying to push it because there are traces of THS and I say that wrong. THS, TCA. What is it? What is the fucking in the shit? I'm about to say TBD, THC, motherfucker, STD. It has nothing to do with the fear, Shauna. Okay, got you. Um, And now I've heard that THC. I don't know why I was saying it all crazy. I gotta have the THC for me to feel something, especially for my pain, and also it helps me with my mood. So basically, what I need to see is to pace it out and see like how many gummies do I need to take before I be bent backwards. I mean, if I have a cookie, I need to eat the whole cookie, a fourth of the cookie, or what? Because everybody's tolerance is different. No, I haven't tried their website. I'll look into them. Look, child, I don't know if it's an STD, but them CBDs be like ABCs. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. Okay, I don't want nothing to do with it. But Delta 8 is what it is, and Delta 9 is a notch up, which is stronger than the Delta 8. So like what I'm gonna do is all the packaging. I'm gonna record it and everything and show it to my doctor because one thing I don't do, I don't hide shit from my doctor. Listen, I done been to my doctor's office many days and go up in there. Why the fucking Alexa want to talk? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Okay, want to be beeping and shit. I done been to my doctor many days and start pulling shit out my bag. Look, I got this doctor, your doctor, and your lawyer, and the IRS. Those are three people you don't ever want to lie to. Okay, so I'm gonna let them know. Listen, this is what I took. So when y'all swab my mouth and something funny happened, you want to know why. Because see, they didn't got cute with people with the piss test. You can go to the gas station and buy some stuff and pour it in your pee, and it'll take all the drugs up out of your urine. So they didn't got hip with that. So now they do the drug test in your mouth, and they take this like a cotton ball, swab it all around in your mouth, and see if it turns colors. based off of drug usage or whatever. So I don't keep no secrets from the doctor, but the doctor has been promoting me to take marijuana. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen on Saturday. We're gonna have a good old time. So anyway, I want to thank y'all for your time. I'm about to go ahead and have dinner with my family. I have missed you guys since I've been doing my little getaway, but I just been trying to balance like life and then YouTube and then also supporting other content creators or whatever and protecting my energy all at the same goddamn time. Right. You know me, listen, if y'all check out, I have a whole playlist of reviews. Firmo begged me not to put my review up for them fucking glasses. I said, use a motherfucking lie. I'm telling these people, do not buy these glasses. They look like some shit you get with fucking Obamacare. Okay? These glasses are ugly. They tacky. They're cheap. That's just how I did the review. I don't give a fuck if you give me something for free. I'm still gonna give a real, true review. I'm not fucking up my name, lying about some products being good, and then y'all order and be like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" So that's that on that, and I will see you guys later on out here in these streets. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.